Welcome to Leading with Light, a wellspring for the transformational leader that you were born to be, where you can fill up and align, gather and be inspired, and bring your vision to light. Guiding you towards your divine connection and limitless possibilities, here is your host, visionary leader extraordinaire, Sky Ahern. Poof.
Hello, transformational leaders. Welcome to this Love, Light, and Light Fest, your sweet spot for stepping up and getting your shine on. I'm your host, Sky Ahern, and you are listening to Leading with Light. Welcome to season number 2, and today we have our guest, Allyson Ballou. No, I didn't just waka rhyme. Yes, I did. Oh my God. It is time to introduce to you Allyson. Allyson has been passionate about her healing work for over 25 years and runs her practice from Joshua Tree, California, supporting clients from all over our country. She integrates Human Design, bioenergetic energy healing, and Theta healing in supporting her clients to relax into alignment with who they really are and why they are here. If you want to get in contact with her, you can go to her Facebook group, Human Design with Allyson. That's Human Design. And from here, we're going to pray, Mother, Father, God, creator of all that is, thank you for my life. Thank you for all of the lives of the Leading with Light listeners, all the people who are catching us now on this live Facebook page, on our Leading with Light Facebook group page. Thank you, creator, for this beautiful opportunity to play together. Be with us, and may we serve in the highest and best way, I hope. With Allyson. Welcome to the show, Allyson.
Hi, Sky. I'm so happy to be here. This is awesome that you're streaming to Facebook.
I know. Watch out, man. What? So good to see you. You and I have been playing together, working together for a long time now. Probably almost 6 years. Are you serious?
Yeah. Yeah, it's almost 6 years. Yeah.
Oh my gosh. How time is flying.
I know. It's so crazy.
That's awesome. So
yeah, it's been a busy 6 years. It's been that all of this work has just been so transformational. It's just mind blowing to think of where I was then versus where I am now.
Yeah, and all these years that we were working together, but I couldn't really explain to you all the way what we were doing. And now, thanks to the pandemic, we can teach Theta healing online for the first time in over 20 years.
I know. That was one of my favorite things about the pandemic, honestly, because I'd been trying to get to one of your Theta healing classes for a couple of years by then, but it was the classes cost more, and then travel and accommodations and figuring out custody with the kids and everything. But now it's online.
I know. It's just simple from your home. You get to use your own bathroom.
So easy, yeah. And thank God, honestly, I'm glad I got to take it that way because it was so intense. Both the basic class and the advanced class, I just felt almost in a fog for those days and for a few days afterwards because there was so much shifting and integrating. I'm glad I was home for it.
Oh, yeah. Nice to have your own personal space just to do your own thing. And I think that's one of the reasons why it's really important to create a container for yourself when you're taking those classes, which I'm reminding my students because I'm teaching another class here in a couple of days. So it's nice to take that time in your own home, which is, it actually, no more airlines, no more hotels, no more packing, no more getting your food. Just you just prep your meals beforehand, sit in front of your Zoom, do your office thing. I love it. I get to go out and hang out with my chickens, pet my puppy, go hang out in the garden, go weed some, weeds during our breaks just to get my body moving and being out in the sunshine. And so it really works really well for me too. So I couldn't even imagine that I loved it so much as I did. So, as I do.
Yeah.
So what inspired you to take the class with me when I offered it for the first time when was it? The fall?
Yeah, it was September or
summer.
October.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, well, like I said, I had been, I had done one-on-one work with you, and then I'd been in your Theta healing groups for 4 years, 5 years at that point. And I'd been trying to get to your classes because, I've taken energy healing training, the bioenergetics energy healing, but Theta is a whole nother level, literally, of using creator, of allowing creator in. And so I definitely had been experiencing the benefits of Theta for a while by then, but I really wanted to be able to bring that into my own work and to even just understand what we've been doing, And the basic class just kind of blew my mind. It was so simple in a way because it lined up with things I'd learned in energy healing school, and I'd already had so much experience of you saying these words and doing these things for so long that it was just like, oh, that's what we're doing. Like it just, I don't know, pieces fell into place in a way that they hadn't been before, and it really changed my whole relationship to myself. Like it really broke the pattern of victimhood that I'd been in for a while, because every time something would come up, instead of going into the same old stories about it, I'd get so curious after having the training. I'd be like, oh, what's this one? Like, let's dig in, and I had other theta healers that I'd met in the classes that I could call and talk about it with and do trade work with. So it's been like so different to come from it from that place of like being able to notice when I'm stuck in pattern, but instead of being like, oh, this again, I'm never going to get better, to get really curious about it and actually just bring theta to it, theta healing to it. It's just been really amazing.
I love that so much. You said something there. I'll have to think about that. What you said was just very inspiring to me. So yeah, it's been such a joy and a gift to be able to teach this work to my clients. Because we can never go through the whole entire class. That's a whole different thing than working on people's stuff. And so, I try to teach when I'm working with people, but, I can remember somebody in the class is like, oh, this is why you teach us to do energy breaks. I get it. It's just
yes. Yeah.
Major light bulbs.
Things, right. Like so many things that I already kind of knew, but maybe hadn't prioritized in the right way or wasn't, remembering in my day-to-day before I took the classes in the same way that I am now.
What's really been fun is that I'm just watching my students and my clients learn this because it's very simple. It is very simple. Sometimes the greatest truth, the most potent truth is simple. If it's too complicated, it may not be truth. And so just watching people that I've worked with learn this has just been fascinating. It's so fun because I can see them, they're just working things out, and then they're getting so inspired and they're so good at it immediately. I mean, even people I haven't been teaching have just been really excellent at it immediately. But like, it's been really super fun working with the clients that I've worked with because I know what we've done and worked on all these years. And so I think that what we've done is make it very accessible to them in a completely different way, because when they come into class, they're not stumbling on some of the things that get brought up in class. They can hear the information. It can sink in because they have that experience with it already. And so they're popping out after 4 days online, total masters, and then implementing it with their clients. Like by, Tuesday. And then calling me crying, saying, oh my God, I just watched an instantaneous healing on one of my clients. Oh my God.
Yeah, totally. I get that because I actually was, stretching for money at the time when it was time to register. And it was like, which I'd been trying to, afford the class for so long. And it was so close. So you had recommended that I just, put a post out and say, does anybody want to buy a session and invest in this? And so I had wrote in there, then we'll book your session and your session will get theta healing. So I was like, already had a client scheduled for healing literally on the Tuesday after the class. Like I couldn't be scared. I couldn't be like, oh, I don't know if I'm ready. I had to just jump in. And then that client keeps referring people to me for more human design related theta healing. So it's been really it's been really cool. And it's such a perfect support for the work that I was doing, because when I read people's human design charts and we look at their open centers, I know a lot from the human design system about what beliefs they've been conditioned with based on which of their centers are open. So right off the bat, we know which beliefs to dig in on and which ones to shift. So it's been really cool. And people are so ready to do that after they've had a chart reading because they're in touch with what their strengths are versus where they're taking in that pressure. So it's just been really hand in glove fit to bring theta healing and human design together. It's cool.
Oh my gosh. Well, I gotta say, I think it goes really well. It augments so many different kind of modalities. Everything.
Just bringing the seventh plane into all of our reality. Yeah. It's amazing.
Exactly. These simple little tools that you can utilize to just amplify your work and really, you know, not like have to carry all of what we do on our shoulders, because we can rely on that connection to highest vibration of all that is, whatever you want to call it. And then
I think
with the human design, oh my gosh, that is awesome.
Yeah. No, I really like what you're saying there. I think that is one of the biggest shifts since taking the classes, is just this like so much less weight, so much less responsibility to make it figure it all out and get it right. Just like a real, more embodied knowing that the Creator's got it handled. The universe is unfolding. It doesn't really need my micromanagement. It just needs me to be, you know, in alignment and nourished. And so it's really just been a lot easier to let the surprises and curveballs of life unfold without freaking out about how they're going to unfold, you know? And that's been a huge relief.
Oh, I love that.
I think that's coming to clients too. Like, it's really letting people off the hook with some of their biggest fears and pressures. Yeah.
Oh, I love that. I'm imagining that you can, you know, you can probably be downloading some certain things, like if they're feeling some kind of energy in a certain area, you know, like, I don't know, give us an example. If like, oh, like I can give you an example.
I mean, like,
you were telling me a couple of, you know, times ago, because we do trades every once in a while, right? Because I love human design. It's so epic. I would learn it, but I don't need to because Allyson knows it. I can just say, hey, go to Allyson. She's on. So you can just check out who you are. But you were saying to me that I'm supposed to be kind of here on this earth, but not taking on all of the pressure, all of the energy of everything around. That's not my job.
You're here to impact the world, but you're not here to be impacted by others.
Right.
And so the specific channel that's running your machine is all about impacting the world.
Now, so that's really, you know, it did like hit me in a big way. I mean, we teach you how to do energy breaks, and we teach you how to not take on other people's business and issues, but that felt in a different way for me. And so that would be something, that'd be a perfect download to teach. Would you like to know it's possible for you to be on this earth, to make your impact without being impacted by the world and all of their feelings?
Yeah, no, it's amazing. And even there's, in the human design books, there's like affirmations that you can say, you know, based on what your profile, what your aura type, what your centers are. And so I just use those affirmations to bring in the downloads. Yeah, it's like, it's all set up to go. Yeah, it's pretty awesome.
That is so awesome.
Yeah.
Oh, I love that, Allyson. Oh my gosh.
It's amazing. Yeah. And it's just such, like, it's so just magical how things unfold, because, you know, my study of human design, which started out as just like interest in my own chart and, you know, a hobby or whatever. And I did a lot of reading on it when I was in the hospital with Brooke and stuff, you know, it just became kind of a coping thing. But I've been into it for so long and talking about it with clients and friends and everybody that it's like almost like a language or something that's coming through me. Like when people talk to me, I end up answering them in human design about whatever they're talking about, you know? So it does feel like a channel, but then to bring like Theta into that and to make sure that channel is like coming from Creator, but it still gets to be translated into that human design language that is speaking directly to people based on their unique design. It's just amazing sometimes what comes through in the sessions. It's like, it's not me. I'm just getting out of the way.
But, you know, see, this is the fun thing about Theta Healing is that you do get to acknowledge yourself for getting there, for like showing up, for learning it, and for going through your own personal work so you can actually hold space for other people.
Absolutely.
And then take it to the highest vibration and impact them using the simple tools that we teach in class. And then you get to sit back and watch the miracles fly.
It's really amazing. Yeah, it's really amazing. It's really amazing how often like what comes through is exactly what they were just struggling with or trying to, you know, like is just what they needed to hear right then. Yeah.
Right.
It's pretty amazing. Yeah.
So, and that really lands when you're serving people. It really lands when it's like, bam, just totally perfect.
Mm-hmm.
Like,
yeah, and
wow.
I've been doing almost weekly trades with, other theta healers from the classes. And so that really helps a lot too. I mean, I can't believe how much has shifted in the last few months from just doing that, from bringing whatever's coming up to them and digging. And then I think doing that, like, personally gives me so much more like faith and just like helps me remember to use theta, all the time and with clients and stuff. Like, I just know and I see like how fast things are shifting. It's amazing.
It's faster than the speed of light.
And, human design like is a bit of a tough sell sometimes once people really get into it, because you do have to walk through some fear and some let go of false attachments and stuff. And people don't always want to do that. But I think, like they talk about in human design circles, the first 7 years of deconditioning being kind of a painful process, although worth it because it's all about coming home to your soul. Mm-hmm. But I think theta can make it so much less painful because you can just shift that shit right away. You don't have to, go to that, dig around in it and do therapy forever and repeat the pattern. We could just shift it once we know what it is. So I just think like they're on this earth to be together. I guess, like you're saying, theta goes everywhere. I'm just really aware of its resonance with this particular field.
Exactly. Now, that's right. So when you go up into that sparkly white light, you are been in time and space. So it doesn't have to take 7 years anymore.
Right. No, it's just boom.
And P.S., you don't have to be perfect before things line up and rock.
That's right.
And, we're just going to be however we are, and it's going to be perfect.
No, I mean, I literally rebooted my practice while I was homeless, so, and here we are. It's just like, when it's time, it's time.
Yes, you are paying attention, you're in alignment, you're in service, you're living your design, you're working with Creator, you're rocking it, you're showing up. I love it, Allyson. Hey, we need to take a quick break to hear from our sponsor, and then we'll be right back. Hello, beautiful souls. Rare and special event. Like a super rare unicorn sighting, Sky is teaching some of the foundational Theta Healing certification courses online. It is one blazing rainbow of a portal opening up for a life-changing experience, all from the comfort of your own home. If you're interested in joining me, learning from my years of service to this international community, it's time to make your dreams come true and share with you one of the most powerful tools used to bring us into alignment, direct connection to the highest vibration of all that is, to ramp up your manifestation skills, all while creating impeccable discernment and empowering you with a map to the universe and beyond that will serve you the rest of this life and throughout lifetimes to come. If you're ready to step in, this is your time. If you're ready to clear your limiting beliefs and trauma that you haven't been able to get rid of this whole lifetime, pain or suffering, and general overall cosmic crap that you may think has been serving you, and move forward to be the most epic, brilliant, sparkly representation of self on this earth in a human body, this is one of the most potent steps I've discovered over the last almost 2 decades throughout all my travels, hanging out with all these healers all over the world that can help you get that for yourself. Taking these foundational certification courses with me after I've helped write and create these very foundational courses of Theta Healing that have made it internationally renowned and traveled around the world with the founder Vienna Steibel and her husband Guy is a unique, powerful transmission, a download in itself that you don't want to miss. Plus, I'm effing magical. After all, cell does talk to cell, and light travels faster than the speed of light, and light just is. For more details and how to register for upcoming courses, go to www.skyislimitless.com. Go to the Work with Sky section, and then you'll see all about Theta Healing certification. That's www.skyislimitless.com. Or you can just go to the show notes and click on the link there. I'm the sponsor, so I'm just here to let you know I am teaching some amazing online courses for Theta Healing certification. You can learn all about them at www.skyislimitless.com. Teaching basic in a couple of days, advanced next month, dig deeper the month after that, and then the end of the month I'm teaching soulmates. Oh my gosh. I am teaching world relations the end of June, and I cannot wait to teach that class. We dive into our DNA, our prejudices, our biases, our hatred, our racism, the things that we're offended by, the people that we're offended by through our genetics. Now, some people don't have enough time to wake up and smell the coffee and like spend their whole entire life educating themselves on the difference and the diversity of multiculturalism. But hey, this class is going to help you shed stuff that is coming up in the earth right now in a big way. I mean, just in our country, all over the world, we have it coming up. The earth is coming up so we can clear it. And this class can help us clear it. It's a 6-day long online class. And I am so excited. It's an advanced class. So you got to take the foundational 3 classes of basic, advanced, and dig deeper. But it is an epic thing. If you can't make it this time, I'm teaching it in December too. So 2021. So yes. Anyways, so super stoked. And I'm back here again with Allyson Ballou, Human Design Goddess, Theta Healer Practitioner, and Mama Extraordinaire. Now, you mentioned Brooke. I think you should probably share. You mentioned Brooke. She was in the hospital. Tell us a little bit about that.
Yeah, Brooke is my daughter. She's 13 now, and she's healthy and amazing and magical. But when she was 16 months old, she got leukemia for the first time and did chemo for 2.5 years, was in and out of the hospital. Then she was in remission for a couple of years, and then she relapsed right before her 5th birthday and did another couple of years. The second round was much more hospitalization. And so that was a huge transformational process, for her, but for me to be by her side through all that. And it was really interesting the first time I went through it. I had my awakening sort of after she was diagnosed, and I hadn't had any kind of healing training. I had a degree in psychology, but it was all very mainstream before that, and then went to energy healing school in between her first and second rounds. And so when I went back through with her for relapse, I had such different tools, but it was really interesting, right? It was really interesting to see, after having all the energy healing training and working in it with clients, but then getting into like the really nitty gritty trauma moments of life and finding out what I can actually reach. And like some of it was more bypassing, some of the things that I had sort of been relying on before then. So it was really fascinating to like be able to really experience that. And that was when I really got into human design. Like that whole process kind of tanked my life and my life plans. And so when I was coming out of it, and I actually met you a week to the day after Brooke finished her treatment for the second round 5-6 years ago. Yeah.
Wow.
February of 2016. And we started doing work together then. And so that whole process of like rebuilding my life after that trauma was Theta guided, and Human Design guided was me like really living my truth and refusing to compromise that. And it has just led me on this incredible path with lots of ups and downs, lots of big shifts, being called to really let go of things I didn't think I wanted to let go of and change the way that I'm doing things. And all of the work, the groups that we've had and the classes and the one-on-one work has just been such an amazing, I just don't see how I would have ever had the clarity and the courage to do it without all of that, but I feel so held and guided by Creator and going through this. And, I'm such a better mom and role model to my daughters, both of my daughters, following that, because I was really in that, patriarchal version of what it meant to be a wife and a mother before she got sick. So it's been an untaming and a rising in me to come back to come home to really who I really am and what I'm really here to do. And it's just been incredible. I know that you were here to get me through that,
Oh, baby.
You were meant to be in my life. Yeah.
That is amazing. I never really knew that it was like to the day.
Close.
What, a week to the day?
Yeah, it was a week after her like final surgery to get her port removed, like the last thing.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. That gives me angel bumps. Oh my gosh.
Right? Isn't it amazing?
It's just like ever since I pretty much decided to stay on this earth, since I had my head injuries and Creator sent me to Vienna and Guy, the founders of Theta Healing, to like help them write these books and these beginning classes and get them out into the world. I just feel like I'm only here for this. Yes, my life is great. Yes, I have beautiful grandchildren. Got another one coming here in a couple of weeks. I got bonus grandchildren. I got children's of my other friends' children. I got lots of children.
Yeah.
I love that part. I love the animals on the earth. I love the plants. I love the beauty. But when I'm really here is for those highest and best people that are here on this earth to do something for other people, to love themselves and to heal and to be their magical unicorn little selves and go out there and rock it, make it a better place to be, leading with their light, being that transformational leadership in and on purpose.
Yes, absolutely.
So I love that creator just like, here, go Sky. And that's, that's what we get to teach you how to do, that it's safe for you to actually wake up in the morning, say, yo, creator, fill me up with some unconditional love and guide me, poof. Let's have a great day. And then go off and just breathe and enjoy all your little human body and your senses and get out there and just do your thing and watch the magic come to you. Because if you're magical, wouldn't you attract magical like attracts like and all?
Yeah.
So
absolutely. And that's, the other great thing about working with you and being in the Theta Healing classes is the community. Like there's just all of the circles that you do and everything. There's just so many magical people. And anytime I get lost and confused and scared about what's happening or what I'm supposed to do, when I reconnect with that community, they just all shine with so much magic. I can and they know me and they see me as my highest self. And it just instantly brings me back to who I am and how powerful I am and that I don't need to be afraid.
Oh my God, that's such a beautiful
Seriously, some of my best friends are people I've never had one-on-one conversations with because I only know them from the groups.
That's so hilarious. I started teaching the basic classes, and then as soon as I taught the basic classes, I set up Sky's Limitless Theta Healing Practice Group, and I had no idea how epic it was going to be. I knew it was going to serve. It was going to be really helpful. It would give people a place to come and practice, receive healing, get some one-on-one coaching in the breakout rooms, and to also learn and hone the skills that we taught them in basic. But I had no idea really how off the hook that was going to be and how it was really like the seeds, unicorn seeds of our little community. Yeah. And how one of the greatest, I don't know, there's so many gifts, but one of the greatest gifts I've been seeing is that, we have our Facebook groups for each of our classes, and people can share in those groups, but then they can also reach out and say, hey, yo, I need to work on some stuff and I'd like to practice. And so then they go set up, like you were saying, some, weekly sessions that they do by themselves, and then we meet bi-monthly so that we can all come together. And that group has 24 people in it right now, which is epic.
It's amazing.
I can see it totally just,
Yeah, it feels like the beginning of a huge wave of global impact. Like it really does feel, because it's just the sum is greater than the parts. It's so just empowering to have a network of people that are working at this level of magic and trust and alignment and
vulnerability and strength and devotion and focus, right?
Yes.
Because they keep on showing up. They keep on opening up. Sometimes people don't know each other, but because they've been through the class and they know that they've been in my class, that I set up a pretty big, strong container. So,
absolutely. Yeah.
Somebody said that no fear can go unhealed in the container that you set for us. I'm like, damn.
It's so true. There were times in the really challenging parts of last year when I wouldn't even want to call in for one of our circles because I just didn't want people looking at me. I don't have to share anything from that super negative place. I didn't want to cry on camera. And I would, because I knew those were the days I really needed to be there. And I couldn't ever get off the phone in that state that if I showed up there, whatever happened always lifted it and shifted it or helped me not resist it, or just, I don't know. It just always brought me back to myself and brought me out of the fear playground.
And when people keep on doing it, even the worstest, it shows people that it reminds them of when they were there, right? Mm-hmm. And then when you're no longer there and you're celebrating doing all the things that you want to because you've been wanting to for so long and you worked on yourself, then everyone gets to celebrate with you.
Yes.
And then also be inspired by you.
Yeah. Yeah. And we take our turns.
Yeah.
taking our lumps. So I see, I see them be in that place, and then 3 weeks later be sharing from like major manifestations and huge, so it really does help to just trust, because I see the flow and I see that it's all part of, I think that was one of the things that I've really learned. Like, I used to feel like if I was in alignment and I was showing up for my life in the right way and on my path, then bad things wouldn't happen, There wouldn't be any challenges. And so every time I would encounter challenges, I would feel like I'd been doing something wrong. And that was one of the things that I really did some belief work on with my trade partner. And it's been such a major shift to just come into like, it's all perfect. It's all like, it's not about good or bad. It's just aligning with it and trusting Creator and loving yourself through it. And it's just such a different way to look at the world. It's so much better.
Well, in Creator's perspective, there are no mistakes, right?
Yeah,
it's just information and feedback, and like, oh, do you like that? Okay, do it some more.
That's
if you don't like it, don't do it.
And I could tell myself that all day long before I put notes in the mirror to remind me or whatever, but it didn't really integrate.
Get to the subconscious, right? You're like doing the affirmation kind of thing, which is great. But that's only your conscious mind, 8 to 10% of yourself. It's not the 90% that runs your whole entire being, beats your heart, breathes your, lungs, and like gets you to the next place. So now you're like getting it all going with you shiny little magical bunny.
Yeah. My dreams are talking to me more. Like I remember my dreams.
Write them down. So we send to Kathy, that master dream worker, and do some Theta healing on it.
Yeah, I need to book a session with her for sure.
Well, maybe we'll just do an interview. That will be epic, right?
That'll be fun.
Write them all down, all your dreams, and then we'll figure it out.
Okay. Like a recurring theme. So if
you have a recurring, if they're good. Mm-hmm. Yeah, if there's a recurring theme in there. Write them multiply down. That's very good. So your dreams, remember, your dreams also happen in a theta brainwave. We're doing a waking state theta brainwave, but your dreams are in a sleeping state theta brainwave. And so then when you have dreams, your dreams are actually trying to get your attention. So like if you have a nightmare, your subconscious really wants you to see. So it makes it a little, maybe whatever, a nightmare, so that you'll pay attention to it. So you'll wake up. And so when we look at all those different layers, like when we do that with Kathy, then we can listen to your subconscious, and then we can do theta healing on it and download it. So you're actually quantum leaping forward, utilizing your dreams to kick your booty on into the next, quantum
I love
leap.
that. I loved the group that you guys did together with the dream work and the theta healing together. That's another, because the experience I had with it was that like what was coming up in my dreams was maybe not the same thing I would have brought. Like if you asked me what was going on or what I need to work on, I wouldn't have got there. But my dreams got us there. It was what I didn't want to look at or couldn't, admit to myself or whatever, but it would come out. And then we just shift it and it's over, it's with the theta. It's so perfect.
Right. Kathy works with she has several different dream groups that she's been working with for a really long time. And I ask her, I'm like, wait a second, you interpret your dreams and you don't do anything afterwards? Oh my God, you did all that work? Oh my gosh, we could like totally do downloads and then they wouldn't have to like go live in that over and over and over and over and over again. Oh my God, so good. You just found out, but oh my God, it's right there. We just one more step. And so I love that group so much, the Dream On groups. And so we're going to be doing those again soon, but we're just kind of doing this for a while, but that'll be really, really epic to do that. So I'm going to ask you a quick question, and thanks for sharing that with me. And let's write those dreams down. Okay. And everyone out there, you little leading with light, divine sparks of being, you write down your dreams too. Write down the words, the thoughts, the feelings, the sensations, the colors, the smells, write them all down. Just write them all down, write them all down. They may not make sense at all. They won't. But again, like you said, Allyson is exactly right. Your dreams, like when somebody comes to you to work on stuff, it's kind of like they're casting a fishing pole into a lake. And so that's why, you think you want to work with me and you tell me what you want to work on. That's like the fishing pole, but your dreams are like the whole flip in the lake. Yeah. So true. You're like, you want this piece of water right here to find the fishy. Well, you can have the whole lake and all the fishies too if you listen to your dreams. Yeah, it's exactly. I totally agree. I couldn't believe some of the stuff that came out of
the dreams that I didn't get just from dreaming it, but once we did the analysis and the theta around it, it's like, whoa.
Yeah, she has big tools of going, I don't get what she gets out of the dreams. I mean, I'm pretty good at it, I think, a lot of times, but I don't get what she gets about it.
Yeah.
All the different layers and different archetypes and different everything. And so it's really fascinating to hear that. Now, luckily we have a lot of, interviews with her on Leading with Light in season 1. So you can all check this out. Yeah, I look forward to doing that Dream On virtual adventure into the power of dream work group again. So if you are actually interested in that, you can just shoot me an email and I'll put you on a little list. And so when we do get that all together again, it'll be fun. So, but I want to ask you this. This is what I want to ask you. If you could give the world one download of a feeling that you would like for it to have, what would it be?
Unconditional self-love.
Oh, okay. So would you, Allyson, like to know what it feels like to have the world have unconditional self-love?
Yes.
Okay, so hold on. And if you all out there would like to know what it feels like to have the world be able to give itself unconditional self-love, you just say, heaven, yes. And so we're just going to go up and ask her to teach you in every cell of your body. So whenever you listen to it, so it is. Right there, blessing of light. And how about this? Would you like to know what it feels like to have the feeling of self-love yourself?
Yes.
You just say, heaven, yes.
Heaven, yes.
Yes. Oh, you know what? I think that's so beautiful that you said that, because Theta Healing, I think, gives that to you. When you learn how to dig down to those bottom beliefs and you look at what has taken you there, when you get down there, you usually are like, I do not agree with that. Your conscious mind is like, hey, get that out of there. But through that digging, you get to know yourself and love yourself, respect yourself, honor yourself, and understand that underneath it all, you have really good reasons for being exactly how you are.
Yeah.
And
you really get to let go of the criticism and the analysis even, and the efforting of trying to fix yourself, and just come into curiosity and compassion and be with what's here and choose consciously what you want to believe.
I love that so much, Allyson. It has been such a pleasure having you today. Join me on this Facebook Live with Leading with Light. Yay, I love what you're up to in the world, and I know how much the planet needs people just like you.
Thank you so much for having me. It's been really fun to be here, and I'm really grateful to have you in my life.
Oh, thank you so much. Well, we're going to have to do this again. And, I've always said, and I'm still got a pin in it, I really do want to do a group where we're doing Human Design and Theta Healing. So you and I are going to do this together. Fun. We're just kind of building that up, because I am all behind Human Design, and you know that part, and I will do the Theta Healing part, and we'll just clean clocks, because I really do think it's important for people to know and understand their design so that they can understand other people's design too, and how we all work together.
Yeah. Yeah. I think there's a lot of benefit in getting your own chart read and getting to know your own design, but going beyond your own chart and learning about the people around you and how we can collaborate and fit together without efforting, without leaving who we are, staying connected to what's really true for us. It's just really amazing, the synchronicities that start to happen when we're all living our design.
And we're going to get so much more done if we do that, right?
Yeah.
Together.
With so much less exhaustion and money and efforting and pain. It's just easy.
Just being. Oh, I feel that. Oh, to be continued.
I'm excited. That's going to be fun.
Yay.
All of it's amazing.
Many blessings. Thank you so much, Allyson.
Thank you, Sky. I love you.
I love you. Bye.
You've been listening to Leading with Light. Be sure to subscribe so that you don't miss a single episode. And while you're at it, please leave a rating and review, and be sure to share it with your friends. Tune in every Tuesday for more exciting ways to help you pop into true divine connection and clarity, live in the energy of limitless possibilities, and delight in the love playground. Get your magic on and make this world a happier place. Yo.